Why would you want everyone's advice on how to succeed at something that 80% of the people who try it fail? Hey there, it's Kevin Ward, the founder of Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training and the creator of Agent Mastery Live, my all new 3-day training event. Go to agentmasterylive.com to check it out. So today I want to talk about the worst place to learn how to succeed as a real estate agent. Whether you're new or seasoned, if you want to learn how to succeed as a real estate agent, what are the right places to go to and what is the worst place or the worst places to go to? We're going to break all of that down in this video today. So I've got 4 places that I consider to be the worst places to learn how to succeed as a new real estate agent, and then the 3 best places to learn how to be successful as a real estate agent. So let's first talk about the 4 worst places to learn how to succeed. Number 1 is everyone. The worst place to try to learn how to succeed as a real estate agent is by listening to everyone. And this is what actually instigated this whole video. This whole video is because of a comment that I got on a YouTube video a while back. And the comment was this: I'm a new agent, recently retired from another job. I wouldn't say I'm struggling because I have a lot of ideas and energy, but I have no clients yet. Would love for advice from everyone. And I'm like, why would you want everyone's advice on how to succeed at something that 80% of the people who try it fail? You want to learn from them? Who are you wanting to learn from? So number 1, stop listening to everyone's advice. Okay, stop listening to everyone's advice on YouTube, on social media, in your office, at your home, with your friends. Stop listening. If you want to be successful, stop listening to everyone's advice. Okay, number 1. Number 2, stop listening to non-producing agents. Hey, look, if they don't have the income and they don't have the success you want, why would you listen to what they're doing? And the worst places in our real estate offices, and I remember it when I was a brand new agent, oh my gosh, half of the agents in the company thought they were the experts, and they would tell you everything that you should do, and you should do this, and you should, and I know Mike said to do this, but Mike Bowman was my broker, but I do it this way. And I just remember thinking to myself after a while, I would listen to them, and some of them I'll listen to you, but I'm not listening to you. Because why would I listen to people who aren't doing it, trying to tell me what I should be doing when they're not being successful at it? Number 3, Facebook groups for new agents. Oh, this is the worst. There are so many Facebook groups for realtors. It's kind of mind-boggling, isn't it? I mean, it's like, I thought there were a lot of realtors in America. You want to count what there's a lot of? There's a lot of Facebook groups for realtors. Well, this was a video of one of the coaches on one of the real estate Facebook groups. And I've got the link for it. I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to tell you who it was because I don't want to throw them under the bus. But it's like, okay, this, my friends, with all due respect, is like wrong thinking. The coach in the group said, and this is a new agent real estate Facebook group, he said, we can all learn from each other. Okay, I'm sure we can in some respect, but my friend, do you want to be successful? Then don't try to go learn from people. I mean, because there's thousands of people on these Facebook groups, and I'm not against the Facebook groups, but there's thousands of people my Facebook group has thousands, and some of these have tens of thousands of groups, tens of thousands in the groups, and a lot of them aren't even realtors. They're selling their stuff. But the point is, you want to listen to all of them? You can't learn from everyone. You don't want to learn from everyone. You can, but you don't want to. You want to learn from people that can help you be the most successful. The 4th wrong place to learn how to succeed as a new real estate agent is, again, with all due respect, from real estate licensing schools. It's from real estate schools. Now, I've been a licensed real estate agent and or broker for over 20 years, which means I've gone through countless courses. I have taught real estate licensing schools. I have attended countless MCE courses and all this kind of thing. And here's one thing I know for sure, that very rarely do you have a teacher in a real estate licensing school, whether it's continuing ed or your licensing programs, who actually has had any kind of the success that you want as a real estate agent. Now, there are some, and there's some awesome and fabulous teachers out there, but in general, the purpose of real estate licensing schools is to help you get a license, not to help you succeed in real estate. For that, you want somebody that's actually had the success and helped others have the kind of success you want. And it's just like getting a real estate license. It's like getting a driver's license. Just because somebody knows how to teach somebody to get a driver's license does not make them a race car driver. Okay, and you want to be a real estate agent with a license. You want to be a race car, a pro level achiever as a real estate agent, then learn from people that have done that. So that is the 4 worst places to learn how to succeed as a real estate agent, from everyone, from non-producers, from Facebook and social media groups, and from real estate licensing schools. Now, where are the best places to learn how to do it? Well, there was a saying that I heard when I was a kid, actually came from the Bible, that said, by their fruit you shall know them. By their fruit you shall know them. The best place to learn is from someone who actually has fruit on their tree, which means they've actually produced the kind of success that you want to have. So where's the best place to learn? It's from somebody who's done what you want to do at the level you want to do it. They've had the kind of success you want, or they've helped other people have that kind of success as well. So there are three ways that I found helped me. So as a new agent, these were the things that were the game changers for me. Number one was I had great mentors. Now, to me, a mentor is somebody who's actually in the game that helps you in the game. Okay, that's when I talk about a mentor. Because this is my experience. So I had mentors. I had 4 mentors when I started as a new agent. One of them was, I'll say a little better than worthless, but 3 of them were really good. One was Connie Carey, and this was all at Century 21. Connie Carey. One was Sharon Hodnett. These are all in Dallas-Fort Worth. And the other was Linda Peterson. And I think all 3 of them, about 20 years later, they were all seasoned producing agents when I was brand new. And I think they're all still seasoned producing agents. I think Linda Peterson has now gone into training. I'm not sure if she still sells or not, but they were like phenomenal. And they were great agents. And I went with them on listing appointments. I talked to them. They helped me with transactions. They helped me negotiating. They helped me with preparing CMAs. And I actually went with them and shadowed them on listing presentations. And I learned so much from them that it's just inestimable. If you want to learn the right place, find somebody in your office. Okay, and if you're in a brokerage that doesn't have top producers that have the success you want, you should probably get in an office that has top producers that have the kind of success you want, because that's how you learn to be the best. And so, one, you want to get around mentors who are the best. And learn from them, shadow them, go work with them, go do stuff for them for free. I would work for free for a top producing agent just to go shadow them, just to get to learn how they do. I wouldn't get on their team, but I would go with them so I can learn everything, and I would ask them questions, and I would serve them to get them to be able to incentivize them to help me and guide me to become great at what I do. So number one, learn from mentors. Okay, number 2, the second best place to learn how to succeed as a real estate is having a great coach. Now, agents are interesting about how they feel about coaches, and I know why. I've observed and I've watched, and I'm like, why do some agents they're like, I think everybody should have a coach, and others like, coaching stuff, that's just a waste of money and time. And here's the reason people believe it. It all depends on the kind of coach they have had and how coachable they are. So people that are coachable and have had a great coach, they know the value of having a great coach. And then there are others, man, like you had a bad coach. Yeah, hey, in high school, in basketball, my senior year, I had a bad coach. And it was like, man, I would rather have no coach at all than have a bad coach. And that's reality. And in fact, in reality, a no coach at all is probably about as good as a bad coach. So if you've had bad coaches, I get it. There are good coaches out there. So one is get a great coach. Now that coach may be your broker. It may be in-house. It may be somebody that you're fortunate enough, or maybe somebody like me that you find online on YouTube or a place like this. You go to yesmasters.com and click on coaching, and you can find out about my coaching programs and so forth. But you want to find a coach that has done what you want, to the kind of level of success you want, and or has helped other people have the kind of success that you want. So number one is great mentors. When I'm talking about other agents that can help you become a great agent, and a great coach, and both is better. And then number three, the third best way to learn how to succeed as a real estate agent, especially if you want speed. In other words, if you want to learn fast, is in an immersive event environment. In an immersive event environment. It is the best way to learn something really fast. I learned this first from Tony Robbins. Because Tony Robbins, when I first started hearing about this Unleash the Power Within that he did, he talks about, he has this immersion event where he says, I get you here and I keep you here all day, every day, and we take you on a journey for 3 or 4 days, 3.5 days with Tony Robbins. He doesn't do the last day now anymore, I don't think. But anyway, it's been 8 or 9 years since I went to Unleash the Power Within. But bottom line was, he puts you in there, and for 3 days, that immersive environment where it's not only the information that you're getting, but you're also getting the environment that it's more than just rah-rah. Okay, now there's events out there that are just rah-rah. But when you take the rah-rah, okay, you take the hype and you collaborate, or you combine it along with content, with things that are transformational, things happen to you in that environment where there is high emotion and high intensity of information gathering, and the supportive environment of other people around you, so that you're getting the connectivity, the relationships, that it changes you. And I know some people are like, I don't know, that's all hype and all this kind of stuff. No, there is hype, no question about it, but it's not all hype. Because what happens is, we know scientifically, this is science. When your emotion is high, when you're in a high emotional state of excitement or whatever it is, when that happens, your learning increases dramatically, and the impact of that learning increases on you dramatically. Now, the problem happens when you come into that great immersive environment, everything happens, you get all excited, and then you go back into an environment and you surround yourself by people and surround yourself in an environment that makes you absolutely weak. Okay, that can completely, or at least dramatically, undo a lot of the benefit of it. But it's still, the value of being in an immersive environment is absolutely amazing. In sports, for example, every single year, I know in the NFL, what do they have every single year before the season starts? They have spring training. What's spring training? Practice. No, it's not practice. It's literally, they take their guys and they remove them from their normal environment and they take them to a different place where they are immersed in a training environment for a period of time to prepare for the season. Same thing in baseball. Major League Baseball, they take you to spring training camp. They go to training camp in an immersive environment all day, every day. They're in an environment of absolute immersion in the program of baseball, of mastery, of getting back in the groove of learning and growing. And they do that year after year after year after year after year. They never stop. Why? Because they found out in that immersive environment, things happen. You grow faster. You elevate quicker. In fact, Nick Bollettieri, if you've never heard of that name, Nick Bollettieri is a tennis coach. Now, he's in his 80s now, but Nick Bollettieri has, as a tennis coach, by the way, doesn't hardly know how to play tennis, but as a tennis coach, he changed the game of tennis. And he changed it because he did something interesting. He, instead of doing tennis lessons the way that everybody else was doing it, whereas if you were a tennis player, you would come, if you were a professional tennis player, you would have your trainer, your coach, and you would come and you'd work out with him, he'd train you, and you'd work out for 2 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours, and then you go home. And he goes like, I think if I can get them in an immersive environment, I can teach them and train them better, and their skills will improve quicker. And so Nick Bollettieri created the first Nick Bollettieri tennis camp. And where the players literally came to the tennis camp and they lived at the tennis camp. And he trained them and they were in this immersive environment. So every day it was almost like literally they eat, drink, sleep, play tennis. Now people were like, this is like intense. This is like too much. Well, out of that came people like Andre Agassi, Monica Seles, Anna Kournikova, Serena Williams, Boris Becker, Venus Williams. In fact, Nick Bollettieri has created more champions, more professional tennis champions than any other coach ever. And the tennis champions that he has coached have won more professional championships in professional tennis than almost all the other coaches combined. And he credits it all with this concept of bringing tennis players into an immersive environment where he's able to have a greater impact them in a shorter amount of time, and they're able to accelerate their growth and learning quick. So if you want to succeed as a new agent or as a seasoned agent and you want to elevate your game quicker, the best way to do it is in an immersive environment. Unfortunately, for most people, it's not like you can go for a month and go train with a coach all day, every day for a month. Most people can't afford to do that, but that's the reason most people don't pull out the kind of incomes that you do in professional sports where they actually do that. You want to train for the Olympics? You actually go to the Olympic training facilities, and all you do all day, every day is you train with your Olympic team, your Olympic coaches, and all of that kind of stuff. That immersive environment is where transformation happens. So the best place to succeed in real estate is not when you're dabbling in social media or listening to everybody's opinion or hanging out in your office with other people drinking coffee and them shooting their opinions around. It's when you get around pros, when you get around the best, you get yourself in that environment where you get around mentors, you get around coaches, and you put yourself in an immersive environment like we have at my training camps, like at Agent Mastery Live. You can go to agentmasterylive.com to check it out. And when you come join me, my commitment, my promise is you come spend 3 days with me and then you implement what I train you to do. The biggest key is implementation. It will absolutely change your life. And 2 years from now, if you do exactly what I train you to do, you will not recognize your life. And that's what I say. Now, the key of all of this, okay, the key with mentors, coaches, immersive environments, events, all of that, the key is number 1, you learn. Number 2, you implement. Number 3, repeat. You learn, and then you got to go implement, and then you learn more, and then you implement, and you learn more, and you just got to do that constant, never-ending growth mindset and a growth cycle that should never end. You look at the best performers in athletics, in theater, in performing arts, in the world, the best, they never stop growing. They never stop getting better. They never stop learning, implement, learn, implement. Some people just learn. Some people learn and then they implement, and they never learn more. They just stay stuck at that same level. Okay, you learn and then you implement and then you learn more. If the video has been helpful for you, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, place them down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.